your voice is so much better than mine. Do you want to
Oh
record
God,
that?
no. I was literally like, Jesus Christ, every time we go to freaking record, I have like stuffy nose. It's like just ridiculous.
Welcome to The Day After, a podcast dedicated to sharing stories and navigating grief together. Hi.
Hello.
So I guess we just wanted to intro what this podcast is all about and give an quick introduction to who we are. So CJ and Ashley, and kind of talk a little bit what our intention with this podcast is and let you know some of the things that are coming up. So I'm CJ. I have an experience with grief in a few different ways, losing a parent, but most significantly losing my wife 2 years ago. So in 2020, and kind of being left to being a single widowed dad with three younger children. And really the intention with this podcast was to get myself and Ashley, who's actually my cousin, and to try to bring everyday people who have these stories with grief of losing a partner or being a child losing a parent, a young child losing a parent, and helping kind of share those stories, elevate those stories, bring a lot of this together to create a community of people who can find kind of support and to know that they're not alone. So that's really the intention with what we want to do, our intention with it. So I will pass it over to you now, Ashley.
Well, I don't think I could say the intention any better than that. So my name is Ashley, as CJ said. And as you were talking, I was thinking that's so interesting that you have more than one experience with grief, because I think I always just summarize the loss of my mom at the young age of 9, thanks to breast cancer, as like the only grief in my life. But that's not true, because obviously we grieve and have different things that happen in our life. But that is certainly the biggest example or experience with grief that I've had. I think that ever since I lost my mom to cancer, actually, like maybe even 2 years after, one of my elementary school principal pulled me aside because another girl at our elementary school was going to lose and eventually lost her mom to cancer, and asked me to be a little bit of a buddy for her. So even since 5th grade, I've been buddies or doing some sort of supporting people that have lost a parent, most often a parent, through like navigating that loss and just being a person to lean on. So this is just another way to be able to do that on hopefully a much larger scale.
Yeah, I didn't know that happened. So, I mean, that had to have been pretty early on.
Yeah, I was like, who was I to be giving
holy
advice?
Shit. Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that had to have been really difficult. That almost seems like a lot to ask of a child.
In reflection, I feel like it is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
And interestingly, I still know of that person, and maybe she'd maybe she'd be a guest one day.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. So, and I think it should also go, or I think we should also say, like I mentioned, Ashley is my cousin. So my uncle, and then losing my aunt, her mom, she actually passed away. My wife died of the exact same cancer in the exact same way as Ashley's mom, my aunt, at about the same age. She was like 36, 37, and Nancy?
No, she was 32.
Oh, 32. Oh, so she was even younger. So Ariana was 35, my wife, Ariana. So it's like this crazy, I call it the Infantino curse.
Or the Rochester curse.
Yeah, the Rochester curse. So, okay. That's kind of, the quick intro. We are recording with some different guests who've had different kind of experiences, some being children, some losing their partners. And I think the reason we're specifically focusing on these two aspects of grief is because that's what we have the most experience for. And I think there's a lack of discussion about what it's like to lose a partner, to lose a mom at a young age, and
how that impacts you.
Yeah, right. And it carries forward through your whole life, especially as a child, like Uncle Dino he really told me when Ariana was dying, like, that the kids will grieve at every new stage of their life. And that floored me to realize, like, oh shit, like, it's not like there's this one time thing that they're going to carry. It's going to change and morph and become more intense or less intense at different points in their lives. And so I think we just really want to help the community that we've been thrusted into not wanting to be. So yeah, do you have anything else that you want to add or say? Or
No. I like the way you said that though. Thrusted into. None of us
Mhm.
want to be here, but here
No.
we are. So let's fucking do it.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's do it together.
Yep, that's right. We have no other. Well, I mean, I guess we have a choice, but this is the choice
Yeah.
we're choosing to make. So
We're gonna be positive.
yeah, to some degree. But okay, so that's it for this episode. So be on the lookout for future episodes. We just wanted to get something out there to kind of tease what we are doing. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe and share, and let's get this going.
Thank you for listening to this episode of The Day After. You can find this podcast and more at our website at www.thedayafter.com. If you enjoyed this episode, we'd really appreciate it if you take a moment to leave us a review wherever you listen to your podcast.